There is a common misconception among Americans and people across the globe that America is on the decline. I have thought this way for years, but I recently changed my mind on this topic. The current situation with Venezuela has proven that America is not on the decline. It can still do whatever it wants without any real resistance. There are some signs that the US military is getting weaker. We can see this with the US Navy falling apart. However, the US military getting weaker is something that can be fixed. America can always invest more money into its military and fix the things that need to be fixed. America only has two real enemies that can do anything to it. The biggest enemy that America has is China. China has nuclear weapons and a massive population. China has millions of people that it can use as fodder if it were to get into a conflict with the US. They are also working on increasing their naval capability. This sounds good on paper, but I do not think China has enough military experience to pose much of a problem to the US. China is more of a cybersecurity risk than anything else. One might find their nuclear stealth submarines to be a problem, but nuclear weapons do not seem to be much of a deterrent in the modern world. The second biggest enemy that the US has is Russia. Honestly, I do not view Russia as being much of a problem for the US. They are a nuisance to Europe and the interest of America's elites abroad, but not for the American people. I have been following Russia's conflict with Ukraine, and I am currently convinced that America would not have a problem dealing with the Russian military, especially if America was to take control of Siberia. Russia poses a cybersecurity risk like China does, but I still think they are a paper tiger. The US government has turned Iran into an enemy, but Iran has no power. Iran does not have the capability to beat the US in a conflict. North Korea is also an enemy, but they are a paper tiger to the US. They are a bigger issue for Japan. The US border is probably America's biggest issue. If America were to lose control of our border, then I think that would be a sign of our decline. Fortunately, the current administration has been doing a good job of controlling our border. However, it is unlikely that this situation will remain the same in the future. I do not live that far from the US border with Mexico, so this state will be one of the first states to feel the impact of America's declining power, if such a thing were to happen. America's decline will probably happen from within, because external powers do not pose much of an issue for the US military. People are currently fear-mongering about America's declining power, but I am not seeing it now. What I am seeing is America's military overextending itself, and this could pose a problem in the future. But I will report on America's decline if I see things start to drastically change in Arizona. I think this will be a key indicator in whether American power is on the decline. Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day or night.